How we doing, guys? Tim for Chasin Trails Outdoors here. Whew, it's been a wet couple of days. The bait site's been empty since probably yesterday. Not really any. I don't think there's any bear activity last night. So in with a pretty big bait going on today. A lot of scent we're putting out today too. I'm hunting tonight. Luke and I are coming in. So I really want to make sure there's a lot of scent out there. So it's driving. There's a breeze today, so I really want that moving to get the scent driven and going in there. So might even try and do some type of scent trail going up the road too, just something to try and get the bears coming in, because bear activity compared to last year and the year before is really low. This mom and cubs are killing me on bait. Like, they're just devouring it. They look to be second year cubs, and they're just devouring the bait barrels. So anyways, we're gonna get ready and head on in, guys. I certainly don't know what his problem was. Angry little fella back there, isn't he? Angry little fella. I don't know where he took off to. Oh, just halfway into the bait site, taking a quick break. And I didn't put any bug spray on. Obviously, going into the bear site, you don't want that. But I got the thermosol in the backpack going. It's on the side. Sort of keeping the bugs away. Got the site, gang, and just a real quick. So you got the barrel here, and it's covered in Pro Expedition Red Velvet Jam. Molasses and oil are all over the ground. You'll see here we got a rag right there that's covered in molasses. We've got trees. Every single tree around the site has been sprayed and is just full of scent. The ground, like here, let me show you here. All that ground there going through. We got main trails going around. The whole ground sprayed with molasses. We got molasses everywhere. So the idea is, got to get that scent in the woods. Got to get that on the bear's paws and into the woods, so it brings in other bears. We got about a little under a month left of bear season. But that's only about 4 Saturdays, Fridays and Saturdays for me to hunt. So, and on most Fridays I'm going to be working until 8:30 at night, so I'm not going to be able to hunt those days. So really, I'm left with Saturdays only. My brother's coming up. Luke's also going to hunt. So high expectations for the site with not a lot of bears coming in. So got to ramp things up big time. All right, guys, so we're about to go into the site now. Luke and I got our guns ready. I baited this morning. Everything's good to go. Luke was all day fishing, so he's all...
Go fuck hole.
All right, let's get in there. Get this sorted. I'm pretty sure that's bears. These moans were just some of the strange sounds we heard that night. People hooting and hollering like they thought they shot something. At least that's what it sounded like to us. And then we had sounded like a roaming, barking dog and vehicles going by. It was just a weird night. Morning, guys. Good morning, guys. It is June the 4th. Today is a special day in Moncton history. This is the anniversary of the day that some police officers were shot here in Moncton. So this morning, I did a moment of silence.
given that, my father was an RCMP. Definitely want to show respect to those families. But it is also 3 weeks left of bear season. We're just entering into the rut. It's been raining all week. It's just totally shot. Couldn't do anything this weekend. Just raining. Yeah. I even took time off on Friday to hunt, and it was just raining. I probably could have hunted. We could have set up the blind, but the ground is so wet and soft, and trying to track a bear. Something just major crack in the trees over here. Anyways, trying to track a bear when it's raining, washes the blood away and stuff like that. And to me, that's not a risk I really want to take. I want a recovery. I want the meat. I want my bear. And so I tend to not really want to hunt. And it ended up raining pretty hard that night. Anyways, lo and behold, we're now Sunday, 2 days later. Very, very wet. It's been raining. We've got rain coming all week. Possibly Saturday night it's supposed to get nice after, a week and a half of rain.
With wildfires raging in southwestern New Brunswick and in southern Nova Scotia, this rain was very much welcome. And thank you to those brave men and women out there fighting those fires. For the last week and a half, the only thing I've been able to do is bait. Now, one thing I will say is the cooler temperatures and all this rain, wow, did our bear site ever get active. Daytime activity when there was none. Nighttime activity increased. I mean, bears were coming out of the woodwork, so to speak. Now, if we could just get some nice days to hunt, that would be so appreciated. But right now it's looking like this Friday coming up was going to be a possibly nice night, and Saturday was definitely going to be nice according to the Weather Channel, so cross our fingers and let's see what happens. Oh guys, we're just getting ready. We got a really big bear that's been coming around. It's following the sow in. We got lots of bait because I got a feeling we're going to need it, so I got 5 buckets of bait going in today, and we're just going to make sure it's super baited because we got to come back tomorrow morning, possibly, and if not, again tomorrow night. So anyways, I'm just going to get my gun, and we're going to go in there, get set up.
You filming me? Who filmed me for, dude?
Just getting some B-roll. Alright folks, it is go time. The bait's set, the birds are chirping, thermocells are going. There is a big bear around here, and we're hoping to get him tonight. So now it's just a matter of waiting. Hoping he comes in. We got 2 hours to sit. 9:30 I think is our out time, so. With the wind coming from across and behind, it was blowing directly into the bait. This left us with no hope of any bears coming in, unless they came from a different direction, which at this site rarely happens. So tonight, unfortunately, it was just a bust. It's Saturday, June 10th, guys. We had a small change of plans. Luke was supposed to be with me tonight, but unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, fortunately, he had some really, really great news and wanted to celebrate with his wife. So they were off doing their thing. I called Trevor, but Trevor was unfortunately busy. And so here I am on my own tonight. And I got my blood boiling. I'm pumped. I'm excited. It is go time. Tonight is all about my stealth approach. I'm taking my time. I'm walking slow. I'm not burdened with buckets or anything else. I just want to take my time getting to the site and be as quiet as possible to not spook anything in the area. And luck would have it, just as I hit the elbow before we turn into the site, I hear something knocking on the barrel. This was taken just as I approached the barrel from the right. So when I came in, there was a bear on the barrel, and I just didn't get situated in time to get a shot. I should have. He was a good-sized bear too. Brought exactly what I wanted. Fuck, my hunt would be done already, but I don't think he went real far. So I'm going to be really, really quiet, and hopefully he comes back real soon.
To a person who has never hunted bear, they'll never understand the light swallowing darkness of their fur. So I'm looking at the woods and I thought I caught a little bit of movement. So I'm scanning and trying to find it. There are a lot of scents on the ground that can really capture their attention, between the Pro Expedition Red Velvet Cake Jam, the molasses, and the fryer oil. There is a treasure trove of smells at this site. The bear is moving slowly, presenting me with a great broadside shot. And I won't lie, for a moment, my desire to put meat in my freezer was really strong, and I seriously considered taking this bear. But then reality sets in for me. This is not the size of bear that I want to shoot. I shot one this size for my first bear, and that's a great first bear. But for me right now, this is just not what I want to shoot. This is why I love to use corn and beef fattener. It's small, it falls out of those little tiny holes and just gives them something to stick around and dig at. It's small, they can't just grab it and run. They have to stick around and eat it. And he's just hiding here eating it away, and I love it. Honestly, there are times that when you look at a bear without anything to compare it to for size, you might think that's a big bear. But reality is I'm looking at him. He's actually a pretty tall bear, but he's not real thick. I think in a couple more years, he's going to be a real nice bear. That's if my brother doesn't shoot him next week.
I don't know if that was the female. I definitely didn't see any male with her. Or him. I don't know what it was. But that was young. It was small, like 125, 150 pounds. Not what we're looking for. For me, like, because I know how hard it is to get a bear out of the woods and how much work involved for me, like, I'll take a 200-pound bear over a 400-pound bear anytime. But if I know there's a really, really good bear in here, I'd like to wait to see him come in.
It's right around 9 o'clock. I got about 35 minutes of hunt time left. No other bears have come out, but I have been hearing popping sounds. Bears, jaw popping sounds all around me. And then I just hear something to my right. I stood up to get a little bit of a stretch, and I heard some more sounds behind me to my right. And sure enough, there's one of my missing cub bears. Not really fully understanding how sows behave during the rut with cubs. I think the sow and cubs are around, and I don't think anything of it. Although I might have complained about the cubs in the past, them being missing, I fear that maybe the boar had killed them. So I was really mesmerized by this guy and watching. He was quietly sneaking around the bait site. He wasn't coming in. He wasn't coming to eat. And I really thought this was odd. And I should have been paying attention to the bait. I turned around and saw this bear staring at me from the middle of the shooting lane, perfect broadside. He would have been dead had I been paying attention. But instead, all I got to do was watch his rump walk off into the woods. At 9:35, I decided to call her quits. Very few times have I ever felt creeped out by the woods when I'm walking out of the bear site, but tonight, yeah, felt like something was watching me. It was really creepy. I don't know what it is. I got a little creeped out walking out. I mean, obviously it's dark, and I don't. I got a loaded gun, but by the time I start walking out, gun's not loaded anymore, and but it was a little nerve wracking knowing there was that much activity in the area and all the popping going on, and it is the rut, so bears are a little more on edge, and yeah, it was a little creepy. So, but. Exciting night, so I can't wait to get home to edit the video and see how things turn out, because it's been a few weeks since I've been out hunting, and Luke and I had nothing last night, so we didn't even see one. So, but anyways, guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting a lot of messages. People are wondering what's going on, so I gotta get up to the top of the hill and send some messages out. So, listen, thank you so much for watching this episode of Chasin Trails Outdoors. I hope everybody else is having a great, successful season. Best of luck to all the hunters at Shooter's Lodge and Williams Woods and Waters. Love seeing the updates, guys. And listen, I hope we get something good here. I got my brother coming in a few days, and I'll be guiding him for half a week. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I love hanging out with my brother. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Chasin Trails Outdoors. Have yourselves a wonderful day.